The Marines are shocked by Dr. Vegapunk's claim. Vegapunk's claim that the world will sink into the blue sea has been met with disbelief. For instance, the people in Mocktown on Jaya don't believe him at all. Meanwhile, the people of Water 7 are skeptical that a few rising tides signifies that the entire world is bound to sink. In Impel Down, meanwhile, Doflamingo is laughing at Dr. Vegapunk's claims, and he mockingly asks Magellan what he will do when the prison gets completely flooded, since it is his job to protect the inmates. Magellan admits the rising tides have caused havoc in the cells, and that was only just 1 meter. Doflamingo says that most urban areas would be in danger if the sea level rose another 5 meters, and perhaps they should all evacuate to somewhere higher up. Down in Ryugu Kingdom, Shirahoshi asks her father if the scientist's words are true, but Neptune says it sounds too outlandish. As for the Marines outside of Egghead, several Marines fear that Dr. Vegapunk's words will incite mass panic and chaos, regardless if it is true. The 5 elders and York, meanwhile, have become desperate and decide to just annihilate every living thing on the island. In the broadcast, Dr. Vegapunk says that according to his sensor data, he predicts a few days from now, as he records this message, there will be a massive earthquake, which several people, such as Charlotte Smoothie, figure is the earthquake they just felt today. Dr. Vegapunk continues saying that following this earthquake, the sea level around the world will rise by 1 meter, which will render a number of islands uninhabitable and submerge several beaches. He says that if this does not happen, then everyone can ignore his next words. But if it does, he implores everyone to listen to him. The people are left speechless by Dr. Vegapunk's prediction, as he claims it was not a natural phenomenon. As he continues to speak, Saturn furiously continues his attack on the Straw Hat pirates, demanding Dr. Vegapunk stop. Ultimately, Saturn decides to ignore the crew and head straight for the power station containing the Mother Flame, which is revealed to be a small flame within a large tank. Once there, Saturn changes back to his human form and starts smashing things with his staff. As he does so, Dr. Vegapunk tells the world that his first sin was due to him naively desiring to bring peace and prosperity to the world, and in his search to bring the world to a bigger and brighter future, he fears he flew too close to the sun. Vegapunk continues, saying in order to explain this sin he committed, he needs to explain what happened between 900 and 800 years ago, that is, the Void Century. Dr. Vegapunk says that the world government outlawed deciphering the poneglyphs, but he himself researched them, which is the second grave sin he committed. Thanks to the documents left behind by the people of Ohara, he was able to decipher a number of the stones, and he does not regret one bit of it. As for the Straw Hat crew, the clouds start stretching, and they realize that Edison has increased the edge of the clouds to allow the Thousand Sunny to leap right into the ocean. Edison, meanwhile, prays that the Straw Hats not let the Marines catch them after everything. Luffy, meanwhile, is still trying to fight Warcury despite Brogy telling him to stop because nothing he does affects him. Luffy confidently believes his next attack will hurt him, but when he punches Warcury again, he recoils in pain. Dr. Vegapunk says that he only knows a little bit of what happened in the Void Century, so he will just tell everyone what he knows. What he learned was that during that period of time, there was a man who was born in a highly advanced kingdom, and he possessed a rubbery body akin to the sun god Nika, who was worshipped by the giants. This man's name was Joy Boy, and he was the first man to set out at sea, the world's first pirate.